You are now locked in to the Sitting Down with the Sisters podcast.
Hi guys. Hi kids. Welcome back to the Sitting Down with the Sisters podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Ayo.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Temi.
And we are not alone.
We have somebody.
Not alone.
Wow. I am here with you. It's giving Ibo Gospel Choir.
Thank you.
In honor of an Ibo babe.
A beautiful Ibo babe beside me. Yeah. We've got my
I'm actually screaming.
very good friend, Beryl, here with us today. Beryl, would you like to introduce yourself to the cheries?
Alright, hi guys. My name is Beryl.
Yes.
Hi, Beryl.
Hi, Beryl.
Hi, Beryl.
Hello. So by day, I work in an investment bank,
Yes.
and then by night, I am a makeup artist and also a content creator.
Wow. And what is your makeup artistry page?
Oh yes. Good question. That is asethetic. So that's EZESTOUCH.
Yes.
And also on TikTok is Beryl__XO.
We'll have that in the description box down
Thank
below
you.
as well for people who are not listening.
If you're looking for a makeup artist in London,
Wow.
I'm
You can already see it anyway from the face.
Oh,
Like, you can,
guys.
like,
I wish you could.
I was mesmerized when I said hello. I was just like, whoa, who's this?
so yeah, guys, we're excited. We're bringing you guests this season. Like, I hope you're looking.
Guest upon guest.
I hope you're watching.
Yeah. We told you though that we had stuff planned for this season,
Right.
But you didn't listen.
Right. You didn't study.
You're not the kid.
And it's always for the kid.
Yes.
Anyways, we're here today to discuss a very important topic, actually. I feel like we've probably touched on it in different ways, like, because, you know, as women, we talk about beauty standards and things as, you know.
Sorry.
It's okay. Temi's doing Batman today again, guys.
You know what? I think I've taken the role from Ashley this season.
That's fine.
I've been hungry.
A girl has to eat.
I'm a busy girl and I need to eat.
Just to give you, so we're talking about beauty standards in a way, but we're talking about the pressure that other women put on other women as well, in relation to beauty standards. And this came about because of a scenario that was shared on social media, alluding to the fact that a woman was going to get married and she basically felt like her sister-in-law to be didn't fit the aesthetic of her bridal party. Do you guys know the reasons why? I don't know the specifics.
Because they're not hot girls.
Yeah, her friends are very like sexy bad bees.
This was
her fiance's sister doesn't really
fit
not her
that
vibe.
aesthetic.
Yeah.
So the actual, if I quote, she said she's just not a bad bee like Adiola and Mariam.
Yeah.
She said like you guys.
Like you guys.
Yeah. She's like, we're hot girls like you guys.
And she doesn't fit that hot girl aesthetic. So she doesn't know how to tell her husband that she can't be. You know what? From this topic, actually, there's loads to dissect that we can go down also, or depending on how long it goes on for, we can talk about just the whole what's it called? Just entitlement. I don't know if I should call it that, but having like the like your bridal party, why family members from the other side would have to be like, if that's a compulsory thing, you know, that's one aspect. Another aspect is beauty standards when it comes to bridesmaids and just the duties and just having to look a certain way. I didn't realize a lot of women actually have those expectations from their bridesmaids and their friends. There's just those are the two main sort of, but I guess we are going okay. Wow.
Hello.
I guess we are going down the route of beauty standards and aesthetics, and
I feel like let's make it broader, because obviously that's a specific situation. We don't know her. That's her choice, whatever. But I think as a woman, as we're all women, do you feel like you make decisions on the people you're going to be friends with based on how they look? And apart from that, if I feel like I know the answer to that question, but apart from that, do you think women do? Like, do you think it's a real thing, and why?
I do.
Go on, Ash.
No, I do. I'm answering.
Oh, you do? Okay,
Yeah.
noted.
You do what? Sorry.
She makes decisions.
I base my friends off how they look aesthetically. Yeah.
Excellent.
Does that even sound believable?
That's what.
Does that even make sense? The way I've said
And
that.
that was going to be my answer, because You know, you even asked that question. I know you're asking a question for like the purpose of the episode, but the fact that that's the question that we're now having to ask in this day and age is wild to me. It's bizarre that you're basing a friendship off of how someone looks and how they look, whether it be on for your Snapchat, your Instagram, for your content creation, whatever it is. That's how surface level things have become. Wonderful.
Like, good for you.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Excellent.
You've made it in life.
For me, it's a no. Like, I wouldn't base it off aesthetic. And the thing is, if you're basing your friendship off that, when it comes to substance in your friendships, when you're like going through like a bad day or like a bad season, who would you be able to call on? Like, if you're basing it on those who are only looking pretty or like got the designer, they wouldn't be able to like, you know, advise you. I mean, they might be able to, but if you guys don't talk about those sort of things on a normal day, it's only about, okay, guys, we're going to go out this Saturday and do X, Y, and Z. How will they be able to support you
in the hard times? In
the hard times. And even like the bridal party situation, if you're basing your bridal party on just the looks, when your marriage is breaking down, God forbid.
God forbid.
But when you're going through like a hard season, you want the people that are going to be there to support you during those hard times, and not just those there to look pretty.
That's the purpose of a bridal party.
I mean? Like, they're literally there to support you. Like, and even your fiance's sister, that's got to be your sister-in-law. You should love her the way she is. She shouldn't have to change the way she looks or just fit in for one day. I get, okay, your wedding day, the only day you're gonna like your only big day, but come on, there's more to life than just the way someone looks.
There's way more
There's
to
so
life.
many things you said in that, actually, because it then made me think about the sacredness or like the sanctity of marriage and weddings, because I actually think that weddings specifically have become a performance. It's just become a show.
A club.
Like everything is about how nice can my wedding look, like how pretty, trending hashtag, how pretty is my bridal train gonna look, are we gonna go viral, how many clips, like it's no longer about the sanctity of that marriage. It's no longer about, oh, like, I really want this marriage to work. I want it to, you know, I want me and my best friend are getting married. It is now, oh, okay, so this is what we're going to look like. And that in itself.
This picture's going to break the internet.
It's just,
can I say something? I'm 50-50 with that specific one, because I don't know if it goes without saying that obviously we know the wedding and marriage, they are intertwined, but it's separate at the same time. The marriage is sort of the everlasting, like what happens after. But the wedding is a celebration, and you want that day, especially if you're going to do it once, to be amazing, right? You want, let's be honest, you want it to be aesthetically pleasing, because no one wants some, you know, especially with brides, like you don't want your wedding dress to look off and whatever. So you want things to look perfect. So I'm in support of that, of course. But I think where the issue arises is when it's the internet again. You know, I'm always talking about social media is ruining everything. It's the internet. You see people doing this for their wedding, you see people doing that, and you think, and if your first instinct is, oh, my wedding's coming up, how do I top that? Then that's when it starts to then become an issue. You know, that's when it becomes a competition, and that's when the real focus is sort of taken away. But yeah, of course you want to look good at your wedding, you want everything to be absolutely crazy, but then it's more it's more of like the mindset. Why are you doing it? Are you doing it to compete with others, or are you generally doing it for your day because it's your day and you want to do it once, so you want to go big, go home vibe? I think that's where the discrepancy is with me.
I don't know. It's a funny one, because marriage is a funny one for me, because I actually don't think a lot of people understand what marriage is anymore. Like I actually think marriage has lost its sacredness. Sacred. Like the sacredness of it is lost on a lot of people in this generation, because people more see it though as a fashion show. And I get what you're saying. I agree. Like especially if you're a creative like me, for instance. Like of course I want my wedding to be an aesthetically pleasing thing, but the aesthetics is never above the sanctity of the ceremony. It's never going to be put above. Do you get what I mean? The actual, because if you're a Christian anyway, a wedding is about like you taking a vow, a covenant before God. That's what a wedding is supposed to be. Back in the day as well, weddings were never like this commercial capitalist. They were never this.
You
like,
just
do you know what I mean?
Witnesses.
You had witnesses. That's it. It was even in some cultures you bring families together and that's it. You don't even take it to the government. You don't take it to the law or nothing. You just, your families come, you agree to marry, and that's what marriage is. And I genuinely think a lot of that, back to what we're talking about, a lot of the reason these issues arise is because of is because of the capitalist society that we live in. Do you understand? Like it's cultural, like currency, like being pretty. Like we've talked about pretty privilege as well on this podcast. It is a currency. I think the tweet you shared in the GC one time was like, your friends, like you and your group of friends have to be pretty because how else are you going to get into Hyatt or something like that? Like, and I feel like people, and the thing is, that's why I feel like a lot of people subconsciously do that with their friendship groups because they know it's currency. Like,
if you look conscious, at it's very conscious.
Well, maybe it's conscious. I think some people are also subconscious with it, only because, say for instance, influencing is a very niche. It's become more like broad now, but it was very niche in the beginning. But you see, the certain type of girls are influencers. Certain types of girls keep cliques with certain type of girls. There's a reason, because they know that they know what that kind of content does. And I feel like that's now seeping into normal life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's so true. We were literally speaking about this as well. Like, even just the little things like people are now not just going on holiday and letting it be that. It's that you're
come
going
with me.
There, you're bringing your tripod. I don't know who for. You're doing content.
There's no
there.
clothes. It's just cameras and tripods.
You're buying clothes that you know you wouldn't wear again, but you're buying it so that you're able to do your content. And mind you, I'm not speaking to the people where you've been doing this. Like, this is your job.
Or you're passionate about content.
You're passionate about it. But I'm talking about everyday people. Like, that's that. You know you don't want to do that, but because you're seeing everyone else do it, it's because you're seeing Egypt 2023 a reel. You've now made your holiday that you've come back home. You haven't even enjoyed your holiday. At all. People are asking you, how was it? You were too stressed that, you know what, you did your makeup, did your hair, all of this, but you didn't get a good picture. You let it ruin your whole day instead of you actually taking in what's around you. You're in a different country. You have the luxury of
even
going
traveling
on
in the first
holiday,
place.
traveling, but you've made it about something that you don't really care about.
Well, that doesn't matter.
And that's really what it is. I genuinely believe, back to you, what you said, social media, it's consumed a lot of people. It's consumed them. And even on the point to the wedding, like having an aesthetically pleasing wedding, there's nothing wrong. Because I know I want to look beautiful for my wedding day. Like,
naturally,
everyone wants to. Like, that is, I think that's
standard.
That's standard, yeah. But it's the issue that has now consumed a lot of people. And if you ask people, if you have a conversation with people and you ask them, well, you know, what do you want your wedding to be like? You know, they'll be giving you answers based off of what they've seen online, and it's not actually what they want.
That's it.
And that's scary. It's very scary. And that's where the sanctity of marriage is lost.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So regarding that actual video with Adiola and just the dilemma, if let's say her husband knew who it was, is that grounds for just not carrying on with the wedding?
I think it absolutely is.
Yeah,
absolutely is. And do you want to know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because you don't care about, if someone sorry, hold on. You don't care about me. You don't care about my family. This is a family you're marrying into.
Exactly.
This is my sister. Right. Imagine someone coming to you saying, fair enough, if you're, say the person you're marrying, your fiance has come to you and say he said, I'm not gonna lie, like, say he had a close relationship with your brother, everything, and in your head you're thinking, oh yeah, he's probably gonna ask my brother to be his groomsman. But then he says, actually, your brother isn't really that tall. He doesn't meet the height requirement. And I want my picture, like, you know, them, the pictures of the black men,
over
the
6
lubes,
foot,
the sunglasses. I want them to be, but if your brother's in it, it's gonna be like this. So yeah, I don't want your brother to be, because he doesn't meet the height requirement and he doesn't meet the weight requirement. Tell me what you're gonna do.
Oh, the ring is going back to him. I'm so sorry, because for
you
me, my siblings are my life. If you come for them, you've
shaken a very.
I guess that's why she made it a dilemma instead of telling. Of course, that's why she can't tell her husband that to his face. She has to put it on the podcast.
She knows.
Because I feel like anybody that can write something like that, like, you know what you said is out of, like,
outlandish.
It's out, that's the one.
It's outlandish. You know that specific dilemma. You know that specific dilemma, yeah?
Yeah.
I hate to say it, and don't ask me how I know, and I just know it. It's just a gut feeling that I have, that a lot of people have that mindset.
You think?
Yeah.
1,000%.
So, yeah.
The same ones. It's just, you know, it's just, it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things where
that's scary.
It's scary. It's one of those things where, like, you know when someone says something that's outlandish, and a lot of people are thinking it, but they're gonna be the one to take the smoke, and then you just jump on the bandwagon. But that is how.
My God!
You would be so shocked if like an anonymous survey was to be done on that specific question. You'd be shocked at the answers.
That's so.
It's the same topic that came up. What was it, like 2 years ago? The issue with the girl had bridesmaids and she wanted all her bridesmaids for their hair to look a certain way. So she told them she doesn't want, if you're a natural babe, she doesn't want your natural hair out. She wants your hair either in a wig or relaxed.
I've had a conversation with someone like about people that want a specific hairstyle and. Yeah,
I think wanting the
like
sorry, do you want to say something?
No, you go first.
I was gonna say I think wanting the specific hairstyle and stuff. I don't think that's crazy. Depends on. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like, but say for instance, I went to a wedding. I was a bridesmaid one time, and like, so some girls had straightened hair, I guess, or relaxed or longer hair. So one of the babes had locks. Do you know what I mean? So, but she like.
She still styled it in a way it's kind of like an alternative, like you've made it look.
Tried, like and she was the chief bridesmaid, so she could look slightly different.
Of course, that's different.
I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting your bridesmaids to all have the same.
Let me give you an example of let me give you an example of what Ashley's trying to say. I saw this online actually recently as well. Speaking of weddings, so this specific bride wanted all her bridesmaids to have a frontal ponytail. So they didn't, some of them understandably would want to use their natural hair in the front, but she said she didn't want that. It has to be whether she's paying. Can I say something? That's an important point, but that wasn't even the first thing that came to my head, because let's park the payment thing to the side, because I hope you are paying for it. But it's the fact that, do you not see an issue in the fact that the hairstyle has nothing to do with whether it's a front or not, because you can achieve something similar with your natural hair, right? Because you want it slicked back round and you have the ponytail, the long thing at the back. Why does it have to be a frontal? So someone asked, why does it have to be specifically a frontal? Oh, because there's just there's something about the frontal that just gives it that extra look that I want. I don't know how to explain it. That was actually her reason, and it just goes back to just show like, I don't want to go as far as saying self-hate. No, self-hate. But how, to that extent, of everyone has to have a frontal because you want a specific look. Like, you can achieve something similar, I'm sure, with your natural hair and with a pony. Like,
I've done it many a time.
What if you have friends that don't want to wear frontals?
That's the thing. Like, not everyone is about the whole frontal life.
There's some women that even still enjoy their leave-outs and sewing.
So you can't really force that down their throats. Because for me, like, as a
imagine I'm telling Ashley don't wear frontals.
You don't do it.
No,
what do you mean?
You need to. You can't be my bridal party.
That's leave out. Yeah. Her hair's really.
Wow. Imagine you tell me, you need to wear frontal.
Yeah,
or you just can't be in the.
Wait, what was Beryl was gonna say something?
Sorry,
yeah.
I forgot what I'm gonna say now, because I look at your hair thinking, wow, the baby hairs are powerful.
Oh no, her baby.
Wow.
I think I showed you. I showed her your baby. I said
this is the natural. This is how it is.
Someone telling me I can't do this. Sorry, you hate me.
You hate yourself.
And that's my point. Them saying, imagine me saying to you that, okay, I want you lot to do middle parting. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's
it's
fine.
that I need it to be a frontal bust down 30 inches, sleek down, hot comb.
That life, like they don't want to be putting heat on their hair like that. You can't.
Do you know?
And then you make them have to decide whether they're going to be in your wedding or not.
And that is so ruthless. I think this all loops back into one episode we did recently about boundaries. Yeah, one thing about me, if you've been watching this podcast for the 7 seasons we've been on, you will know I'm very much a naturalista. Even if I have extensions, my hair is gonna look as if it could be my hair, even if it's longer. Like, do you get what I mean, or whatever? Because that's the style I like. Yeah. I like to look Afrocentric. That's the look that I like. Yeah. And personally, if you're my friend to the point that you want me to be on your bridal train, I think you should have accepted that by the time. Do you know what I mean? So then if you're now expecting me that I've never worn a wig in my life, now you're expecting me to do it. And I personally don't like even though I haven't worn it, I just feel like it's not me, and I feel like it's not something that I personally would feel pretty. The thing is as well, you as a person want to feel pretty how you present yourself as a girl. That's how we are as women. Right. You want to feel your best self when you step out. And if I've never even tried it, and then you want me to do trial and error for your wedding, all because of a Eurocentric standard that you don't realize you've internalized as what is sleek, what is classy, what is elevated.
You know, that's why that's literally that was literally my next point. If your bridal party, you kind of know the girls that you have that you want to be in your bridal party anyway. So let's say they're all used to frontals, they all do frontals. It's still not a problem, but it's slightly, because it's almost like you have, like, if it's a thing where there's no leg room.
Oh yeah.
Like, let's just say I don't want to wear a frontal. I've worn frontals, I'm used to them. I just don't want to wear a frontal, but I can achieve that look. And do you know what I mean? There are little loopholes here and there where it's just like, yes, fair enough, if all your friends wear frontal, it's not that bad. But at the same time, why does it have to be that? You know, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a weird one for me personally.
I'm just in awe.
I just think lifestyle is killing people. Do you know what I mean? Lifestyle is killing people. And I mean, there's a lot of different types of death that is happening. So it's the death of your own self-worth. There's the death of so many aspects. No, but it's there. There's a lot of death happening because, like, the tweet about how you all going to get into Hyatt, that, you know, stuff like that, yeah? You know, the reason why it boggles my mind is like, one, you're going there to do what? Like, okay, I understand people are going there to have fun. I don't, everybody has their different ideas of fun. Do you know what I mean? I'm not here to demonize anybody's idea of fun. But, so, you're basically saying all of you guys are assets. You've reduced yourselves down to, I don't know how to explain it. You want people to spend money on you. You want people to buy you drink. You, like, everything is like they're treating you like a product. Because that's what a lot of girls don't realize. You know that time when we was all talking on social media about the maintenance budget and how much do you pay every month to look the way you look?
And someone said if you're not spending like 10K, I think it was 10K.
I don't think it was. God.
Was it 10K?
The blood.
What was it?
Amount.
It was a crazy. I know it was definitely over like 5K. Guys, I promise you.
But yeah,
I promise.
You know, anything is possible.
Maybe 5K naira.
Yeah. But like, yeah, so I think that even links because, okay, so for instance, you're treating yourself like a dolly a little bit, right? Where you're like, okay, and these are all the things I need to do to be pretty. And then they were saying, oh, you leave your natural hair out for so long. That don't you think, like, how can you step out like that?
Who says that?
People say stuff like, oh, when your natural hair is out, like, oh, people refer to their own natural hairs, oh, this is my in-between hairstyle.
Yeah.
And also they'll say braids isn't a birthday hairstyle.
Or wedding hairstyle.
Oh my days. Braids. I'm so happy you said that one.
Do you know how beautiful braids are? Like,
it's the fact that natural hair is not a wedding hairstyle. This one is not. So hurry.
So it's the one that's not your hair, that's your wedding hairstyle. That's the one
the one that when you're going to bed, you don't even look like her. You don't recognize yourself.
That's the one for the wedding and the birthdays. The blonde premium 613.
And you know, I don't know about you lot, yeah, but on my wedding, like on a reels, I want to look like me.
That part.
Like, and when I say I want to look like me, I don't mean I want to look like me in a rapper and, you know, like, do you get me? But I want to look like me.
Yeah.
Like, when I look back through my wedding pictures, it's not that I want to look like a trend.
Right.
Because that's what's happening right now.
Yes.
Makeup, if you want to talk about makeup, if you want to talk about hair, it's about trends. I've even seen people come on TikTok and be like, oh, something they regret is that they styled their whole wedding around a trend. And now that thing is no longer trendy and they don't like it.
They look back and they're like, oh my God.
Your pictures are there.
The video is there.
You're not even enjoying it. Imagine.
So one day, you know, all that money, they even...
You're not happy.
And anyone, honestly, I don't even mean to bring it back. Anyone that's been to Hyatt, they already treat women. In fact, they treat people there like crap. On top of that, you now want to be an asset, like you said.
I actually have a question about that. I do, sorry. I know sometimes I sound a bit strange, but I have questions because why are people fighting to get in there?
Yeah, what's in there? Is it a show?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I haven't been there, I don't know.
No, I just want to know because, okay, take Tem
Me
out.
too, I want to know. What's inside?
Take Tem out of the equation, yeah. Like, I literally...
Me too.
As I'm seeing
they should tell
on
us
social
what
media,
are they going there for?
It's like, okay, an event has finished and, oh, let's all go to Hyatt. What's happening?
That's what is happening.
And I thought for the longest time that there was a show that was a live show.
It's basically, do you know what Hyatt is? I'll tell you what it is. Live show.
No, because the name alone, I'm thinking, like, it's an extravaganza.
I thought so too.
But then
it's a lounge.
It's a lounge.
Oh, it's a lounge.
It's just like a shisha lounge.
How was the video about the girl licking a guy?
The suya, yeah.
It's finger licking suya. That's what they're going for.
It's basically a lounge where it's a very lively lounge.
Oh, lively lounge.
It's like a very lively lounge. You have like a
live band.
saxophonist that walks around,
nice.
and you have food, and you have like a good DJ, like good music. But you know when you know social media, when there's a buzz around something, people are eager. Yeah. So from there they've created like clienteles, and it's just become this big massive thing that everyone just has to get into, and they've created a buzz around it basically. And if I'm being completely honest, clearly their marketing has worked.
It has worked.
Everyone wants to know what the hell's going on.
They
Higher. And Higher only opened like a year ago.
Not long ago,
just not long ago.
It's been open for time.
So that buzz has gone wild, and everyone's just curious as to what it is.
Sorry, another question. Are people getting turned away at the door?
Yes, so
I want to know.
People do get turned away because obviously you probably have to
what?
get there at a certain time. After a certain time, if you haven't booked a table, it's harder for you to get in.
Okay.
So they will literally have people standing outside for so long. The security guards are very, very harsh and very radical in their approach. They don't care whether you're a woman or not. You're basically meat to them. Like they can disrespect you, they can push you, and just things like that.
Right.
So it's not, honestly, if you want to go there, I guess just book a table or something. I don't know, or let them know beforehand you're coming. Don't just show up because
So do you think they've ever turned people away because of their looks?
That's what I wanted to know.
No, Hyatt doesn't. I personally don't think they have. That's
Is it
more.
an African
That's more the
club?
central.
Yeah.
So it's not black owned. Even.
It's not black owned.
It's not black owned, but no, it's not black owned. It's some Asian guy, I think, that owns it. In terms of he knew exactly what he was doing because the people that work, the external people, that the customer facing roles are very much black people, Ghanaians, Congolese, Nigerians. He knows where the culture is. Like, so he's just gone there and made his money from that. So it's not black owned at all. And no, they haven't. Based off what I know, they wouldn't tell women, or based off aesthetic, they won't let you in based off that. But it's usually the clubs in Mayfair and the big tape and Onyx or whatever you call it. All those ones are the ones where you have to look a certain way. A black woman will find it very hard to get into a club like that.
And that's where you want to go.
That's where you're fighting.
I don't know. I just feel like a lot of this stuff is status symbols, isn't it? I feel like that's what it is, because it's like, okay, you went, like, people will see on your story, and I feel like it will sound childish, like as we're saying it now, but I feel like that's how people live though, because it makes people feel good that on their story. Do you know what I mean? It's all about status symbols, and I feel like it all goes back to the whole thing about you pick your friendship group based on the kind of lifestyle you want to have.
It just goes to show where your priorities are.
Because
it shows
me,
what's important for you in life. Because if getting into clubs and all these things and getting drinks and bottles bought for you is what you care about and what makes you feel good, of course, naturally it's going to show in your it's going to show in your everyday activity, your daily life, and the people that you hang around with.
And you know what's bizarre? Because you know when people hear that, they're going to think that you're talking down, and they're also going to think that you're like, and it's so bizarre because all really we're saying, we're making it plain. Do you know what I mean? If this is what you want, this is the prerequisite to that. Do you know what I mean? It's not to say that you're a bad person, but like, you have to be frank with yourself. Like, I know the kind of life I want. I know that I want people that pour into me. I want friends that if I say let's pray about something, they're not gonna laugh.
They look at you like, pray, it's time to go to higher.
I want friends that can understand the beauty in natural things as well. I want friends that can embrace normal everyday life.
If I'm like messaging you like, oh, what are you doing this weekend? Like, I just want to have a chill weekend. Imagine they look at me like, chill, like,
I want friends
that got a new outfit that I haven't worn yet.
Let's get lit tonight.
I want friends that if they see I don't have my nails done, they're not gonna think I'm a bum.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
Do you know what I mean? Because these are the things, these are the narratives that are prevailing. Do you know what I mean? Oh, you haven't got your nails done. How can you go on a date without your nails done? How can you step outside with your hair like that? How can you go? Okay, so this might be subjective to others. I don't know. This can be controversial. I don't know. Some people say, how can you go on a first date without makeup? I don't know. I don't know, like, I just feel like all of these things have now seemed as though if you do it, you're a radical, you're Nubian queen.
You're what?
Radical soldier.
You're a strong black.
You're a strong black woman.
Grand Rising.
No, bye. No, like you and what's that man? The American one. What's his name? Oh my god. Huh? Dr. Umar. You and him are besties. That's how you seem when you just want to be yourself. Do you know what I mean?
It's really strange that you generally can't be yourself, like, and people would think you're weird for being your natural state. Like,
it's why that girl got dragged. There's a beautiful girl on TikTok. Her art is abstract, and she spoke about
is stunning.
Beautiful girl.
Wow.
Beautiful girl.
She,
beautiful.
British.
She's Nigerian British. Yeah.
She was why I got this hairstyle. Shout out to her.
Shout out to the girl.
Wow.
But she made I remember she made a post one time where she was just talking about how like all the black girls basically look the same, and she wasn't meaning it in a derogatory. She wasn't making it in a derogatory, but she was basically saying that like there is a uniform in a way, or there's like a status quo,
especially with like the London,
specifically London black girls, right? And it's about the frontal, the bust down, and that anything else is seen as other. Not that she said that people said it's ugly. There are people that think it's not pretty, for instance. But she was just saying like it's rare to see people like really embrace like their natural hair and their natural beauty and just natural hairstyles in general. And I think that is true. If I'm going to be honest, I think she had a point. And I think people dragged her because obviously there's a lot of people that are probably like feeling a bit attacked by what she said, and
they were convicted.
They can see they can see inside themselves that because the thing is, nobody is saying that wearing a front or wearing a wig. Nobody has ever said that any of those things are wrong. Do you know what I mean? Nobody has.
It's when you start to put others down for not doing it or making them feel what's wrong.
And also, I think on a deeper level, it's when you yourself don't think you're pretty without it.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing wrong with expressing, because a lot of stuff with makeup and hair is creative expression.
Right. That's it.
Do you know what I mean? It's creative expression. At the end of the day, if that's how you want to creatively express yourself, that is completely fine.
Yeah.
But when you've now
made it your whole identity, and now you can't do without it.
You can't see beauty in anything else.
Yeah,
that's the scary part.
Choosing friends based off aesthetics. Wow,
this is where we are, guys.
I really hope people aren't actually doing that. I just hope it's a myth, you know.
I hope that's why I'm sure.
Oh, it's not.
It's not a myth.
Because even that, I feel like some people as well, they don't post like certain friends because they feel like they don't fit part of like their aesthetic.
Wow. Oh wow.
I've heard of that before. They'll be like, oh yeah, like do you realise when you see your friends out with like other people, they'll post like that group, but when you're with them, they won't post you. I've seen it on TikTok before, and it goes to show that people do choose their friendships like based on what they look like. And it shouldn't be like that, guys. Like,
that's actually insane.
2023.
It's 2023.
Like,
and we need to keep repeating. It's 2023.
No, it really
it's about to be 2024.
There's actually 2 months left of the year as well. Like, or 3 months.
Sorry.
No, literally, it's come so quickly, hasn't it? It's coming fast. Like, where's it rushing to?
Really October.
But some people are just not moving fast enough with the times. They're still stuck in the past.
Years are going, but you're in the same place.
Stagnant. You're not evolving with it.
Growth. Like,
no, but that, as I heard your voice, I said, but that makes me also think it's semi-subconscious, you know. Because like they only post certain friends and they don't post others.
I mean, some people don't like to be posted.
Fair.
I get that. But to like at least capture one memory of your friend.
I don't know. You're
not to post, but it's,
you show off what you're proud of.
Yeah.
You show off what you're proud of. Let's be frank.
Because it's all like, let's say you're okay. This is a bit, but let's say okay on Instagram, like your friend will post a picture, they will like repost it, but when it comes to you, they won't repost it. But obviously, you can see that you look completely different to what they look like.
Right.
You like.
You'll pick up on that.
Yeah, like you posted it on TikTok.
That's crazy.
So, I mean, they'll be like, "No, I ain't gonna post her. She's not really fitting into what people see me as."
Wow.
Yeah,
that's sad.
It's very sad.
Very, very sad.
Come on.
It just makes me also scared for people trying to make friends. Do you know what I mean? I'm grateful to God. I've got great friends.
Amazing.
Like, imagine how hard it will be to make friends if you weren't in that position that you're.
That's why you have so many people making videos like, "Oh, I want to make friends."
Like, what do I find like
about it? Because look at the state of it.
Scary.
Oh my days! I wish we did
it.
We need to do an episode about friendship and making friends when you're our age, because I feel like that's a pandemic. Like and I don't mean it in a mean way. I actually mean it like there's a lot of people that feel like they don't have solid friends at the age of 25, and it's actually a real thing, and it's sad actually because that's just I don't know, it really makes me sad that people like, because I know it's a real thing. I know people that feel like that.
Yeah, and the thing is, it is really sad, but I don't know if this is an explanation for it, but this is me just trying to understand maybe why it's the case. Let me use like an analogy, like university. In first year, like freshers week or whatever, you hang out with any and everyone because you're trying to find your feet. And if you compare that to third year, everyone's sort of in there. They know who their friends are now.
Right.
Of course, I'm not saying it's impossible. Of course, it's very possible to make friends when you're a certain, like, over 25, but it is harder for that reason because you're at a point where you've gone through secondary school, you've gone through college and uni, and you know, even outside of that, work. So people have formed, and they're just comfortable in what they're used to, and they've just maybe they've already made their friends, and they're happy with who they have in their lives. And the reason maybe I'm able to see it in that perspective is because I'm like that. I know I say it all the time to my friends, and I think I do mean it. I'm not really looking forward to making any other, like, I'm happy with my friendship circle. Doesn't mean I'm not open to making friends. Of course I am. I'm a very nice person. But I do have that mindset sometimes subconsciously. Like, I'm so happy and content with the friends that I have. I found my tribe, and I'm very comfortable with it, because everyone's just scary and you just never know someone's intentions. Again, back to this whole you know, how people are making friends, and just the scariness and the weirdness of it all. Like, it's just not making me even, it's not encouraging me to even want to even get to know other people in that way. But yeah, that's my explanation, I think, why it might be harder to make friends after a certain
And that
age.
is a good point. It is. So I think a lot of people are set in their ways. And I can be like that sometimes as well. And it's not that, I get what you're saying, it's not that I'm opposed to making new friends, but when you genuinely have like your core circle,
it's really hard to break that and bring someone else involved.
Not why do I need to make more friends, but it's like I'm not going out looking for
I'm not going out of my way.
Where I am right now. I don't need
exactly. Especially when you hear the horror stories of what some people are going through. I'm good.
I get what you mean, because if God brings them along, I'm good. Like, because I remember having that mindset when I went to uni. And then I came, boy, I said,
I remember
the doors are closed. That was me when I went to uni. No, when I went, as I was going, I said,
okay,
what do I need? Should I be? That's how I felt. And like, I'm very grateful. I have a beautiful circle of friends. And like, what I actually feel like now, it's not that I don't need them, but I need substantial friends. Like people that I can pour into and they can also pour into me. Right. And God has definitely blessed me with people. Like, I've made very good friends, like in the last year of my life, in the last 2 years of my life. We've been out of uni for a hella long time at this point. So, boy, I've made a couple, like I've made actually very good solid friends afterwards, but it's not in the same amount as when you're younger. And
because you carry people on the different, you carry and meet new people, and they jump on the train on the different journeys of life. But I feel like post 25, life is a bit more stable and they're routine based. It's not as if there's no next step, but it's usually like work, and you know how it's not as if it's rare to change jobs, but that's more permanent. So you're going to be in that friendship and you have your routine, like sometimes on the weekends you go out to eat with your friend, except maybe if you travel a lot, you can make friends in other countries or wherever you're going to. But really and truly, when you're an adult post a certain age, you know, there's no next step of, I'm going to uni soon, or I'm doing this next stage in my life, or, you know, except again, depends on the lifestyle, but majority of adults is just like, this is my routine for a long period of time. So where am I going to find someone new? You know?
And I think to tie it all together, like, there's a lack of authenticity in our generation. So what's also scary is that a lot of people feel like they have to perform to be friends with other people. And on top of that, so where you just have a lot of people, and it's happening in relationships too, where a lot of people are just performing, nobody knows anybody's true self. So nobody's really having relationships with real people.
Or creating real bonds.
Social media again.
And it's sad, because I think that's also why people struggle to make friends as you get older.
And that plays into dating too.
That's what
like people, I've noticed a lot of people are struggling to find partners and where can you find someone that's a potential, not just anyone, but someone that's like similar minded to you. Where can you find those people where you can date? There's no answer for it either. It's just like,
well, I hope there's an answer.
Well, I hope so too.
You have to. Okay, this is a whole different topic. We can talk about it another time. But like, authenticity is key. And I feel like the only reason I think that's something people compliment people about, and I've been complimented about my friends many times, and I'm very grateful to God. But I genuinely think it goes back to me being an authentic person.
Like what you see is what you get. Of course, you've got layers to you, but
that's
it's
all
what
I
you
can
see
say.
is what you get.
If I have to keep it from 100 with you,
absolutely,
I don't pretend to be anybody. If you don't like me, you don't like me.
That's it.
I'm gone.
You don't try to conform to meet people,
and you don't want to be liked by everyone anyway.
Please, you know? When everybody likes you, you should be scared.
You're right. People pleaser.
You should be
basically
afraid.
Listen, not everyone like Jesus. So
no, absolutely. Actually, only had 12 disciples. Bye.
That's it for this week, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you. Hope you enjoyed it.
There was moments where I forgot like we were actually filming because
it
just felt
like
natural.
We were just like talking type of thing.
I agree.
Oh, thank you for coming on.
It was really good to be
enjoyed
on
yourself.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Guys, her details will be down below, like her
Thank
TikTok, Instagram, her makeup page, the whole
Book
lot. Look at the face.
Yeah.
Booker joy.
Booker now.
I'm screaming.
But yeah,
We'll see you on our next episode, guys. Bye.